Now let's welcome Her Excellency Lysippia Kambajan onto the dais for the inaugural address.
Kurumjali Namaskaram. Namaskaram is the way you greet people here in Kochi, right? In Kerala? Yeah, that's right. Again. Once again, Kurumjali Namaskaram. Good morning, everyone. My name is Lysippia Kambajan. I am 13 years old Indian climate activist and the founder of the Child Movement. I am also the special envoy for the President of Timor-Leste, and I am fighting to save our planet and our future. Well, first of all, I would like to thank Kochi University of Science and Technology for having me here today. It's my honor to be here. And I'm happy to share with you all that I'm the youngest diplomat in the history of the world to be officially working in a government. Well, you see, it's very emotional for me to be here today in Kerala because I started my activism after the massive floods in Kerala and the cyclone in Odisha in 2018 that you all might be knowing. I even donated rupees 1 lakh from my savings to the Chief Minister of Kerala in 2018 in his relief funds to help those victim children and women in 2018 in Kerala. As we all might be knowing, how Kerala is a highly disaster-prone area of India and the world. Kerala is also facing lots of environmental issues, lots of climate disasters such as floods, droughts, heat waves, cyclones, landslides, etc. at the same time. And these are all the impacts of the climate change. You see, children and women are the first line of victims in every climate crisis. Each and every child living in this country, living in this world, are already the victims of today's global climate crisis and sacrificing the lives of those millions of innocent children for the failures of our leaders is unacceptable at any cost. I have one simple question for all of you present here in this auditorium. Do you think plastic is a good or bad product? Do you think plastic is a good or bad product? Bad? Can you repeat your answer again? Do you think plastic is a good or bad product? Bad. But I believe that plastic is a very good product. You see, plastic is a part of our life. Most of the things that you see around you right now, or most of the things that you use at your home, is all made up of plastic only. We cannot live without plastic. And I must say that plastic does make our life easier, doesn't it? It does. And I must say that it's a wonderful gift from science. Plastic is a wonderful invention. But as you all have answered, how plastic is a bad product, it has become bad because of whom? Because of us, the human beings, who have created this product, this invention, plastic. And because of the attitude of the behavior of human beings, us, we have created the global problem, which is the global plastic pollution. It has become a huge problem. Just because human behavior, for example, such as after eating chips packet or ice cream or the single-use plastic bags, polythene, we just throw it anywhere we want after using it. So that kind of attitude, that kind of behavior has what led to the global plastic pollution. It's a huge problem now. And it's not just about plastic that I'm talking about today, talking about right now. It's about anything that human beings are using. And what I always say, and I'll repeat it again, is that the first step to saving our planet is to change our behavior. I would also like to request the government and the leaders, not only of India but also the world, to ban plastic. Not at the individual, not starting from the individual, but at the factories where it is produced. That's what we call permanent solution. Because we don't want any temporary solution. What we want is the concrete, permanent solution. One of my main demands ever since I started my journey was climate education. If there is climate education as a mandatory subject in every school education curriculum, then it would help us fight the climate crisis that we are facing today, even right now, from the grassroots levels. And you see, there will be no climate solution without the climate education. Young people present here in this auditorium, in this hall, young people like you, must hold the lawmakers accountable for their political decisions. It's time for the rich nations to pay for the loss and damage now to the global south. We deserve climate justice now. Today's global climate crisis is caused by the rich nations, is caused by the rich countries, and we are just the victims of it. And there will be no climate justice without the climate finance. Ever since I started my journey at the age of 6 years, I use social media as a very powerful tool to raise my voice. And you guys can as well. So what I'm trying to say is that you can use social media as a very powerful tool to raise your voice, to make our leaders accountable, and to raise awareness on various issues and topics. Because as you all might be knowing, social media connects you with thousands of people across the globe, isn't it? And you guys must be using social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, right? So you can use social media as a very powerful tool. Lastly, what I would like to say is that I really appreciate the people and government of Kerala for all the amazing works that they are doing to fight the climate crisis in the front lines. I really appreciate your resilience. I must say that your resilience is an inspiration. Kerala is leading the fight against climate change, and the world must learn from Kerala. We are unstoppable, another world is possible, and change is possible. Thank you, Jai Hind, Sanale Bagmani Purnaya. Thank you once again.
Now that was truly amazing. More than amazing, it was very inspiring. At just 13 years, look at the things she has done. And it was very refreshing to hear that climate crisis is just an attitude problem, contrary to what we hear in the mainstream media. Now, moving on, we have an esteemed list of guests here, and our next guest, who also happens to be our guest of honor, has quite the resume. Now, he is a holder of B.Tech degree from College of Engineering, Toronto. He holds design and construction portfolio in SFS Homes, and his projects are always very contemporary and sustainable. He has raised many prestigious positions like the Chairman of Builders Association of India,